No need for Vamp with this item. Let me show you. Those dreaded vampires, always spoiling characters' looks. There must be a way to get that crazy mitigation, but not have to look like this. This is absolutely awful. No, I'm just kidding, guys. Sometimes you might want vampire on your character, but other times you might not. So I'll show you how to achieve that mitigation using this item and still retain that tankiness and not have to worry about that skin that you might not want on your character. So let's get into it. As we all know that everyone is running Vampire in PvP, and why would you not? Because you get the undeath passive, and that's why a lot of players run it, because you get the 15% or up to the 15% damage mitigation. But there is an item in the game that you should be using if you don't particularly want to run Vampire on a PvP build, yet still retain that crazy tankiness. And the item in question is a mythic, and it is none other than the Talk of the Last Aelid King. And the reason we're using the Talk of the Last Aelid King is because it provides damage mitigation. So, and the same is exactly why people use Vampire, or most of the time they use Vampire, is because they're trying to obtain some more damage reduction. So, with the actual mythic in question, it's going to essentially mimic Vampire's damage mitigation, as we can see here. It's going to reduce your damage taken by 15%, and that's exactly what the Vampire does. If anything, it's actually better because it's a flat 15% regardless of your health, whereas the Undeath passive, you actually have to, it's off your missing health. So, like I said, guys, use this item if you don't want to run Vampire in PvP, because it's almost like you feels like you need to just to get that damage mitigation. Obviously, you don't have to, but you want to be optimal, guys. So that's what I'm thinking. Just put this item on, and it's essentially going to give you what Vampire gives you. So therefore, you can then take the Vampire off if you don't want it on your character. And that's the way to go, guys. It's a great mythic, the Talk of the Last Aelid King. Obviously, if you stack Vampire on top of this, it's going to make it even better and probably more optimal. But hey, at least you don't have to run Vampire or feel like you have to run it. And I've run a few builds with this and not been using Vampire, and it's been working really, really great. You've got better sustain. You don't get all the drawbacks of Vampire. But hey, if you want to add it on top, happy days. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, guys. Subscribe to my channel, drop the video a like, and I'll see you in the next video.